In this video, I'm going to go over the ultimate guide on how to layer your skincare products correctly. From serums to spot treatments to face masks, I'm going to cover it all. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to maximize the effectiveness of your routine. Let's get into it. The very first step of a skincare routine is going to be to double cleanse. And basically what this means is you're first going to start with a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm, and then you're going to follow up with a water-based cleanser. And the reason behind this is you're going to start with that oil-based cleanser because it's going to remove all those oil-based impurities from your skin that the water-based cleanser might not effectively remove. And this is going to include your sunscreen, your makeup, and any excess oil on your skin. So this is going to be perfect for people with oily skin. This is going to remove all that excess oil from your face without stripping it and leaving your skin feeling dry. And then after the oil-based cleanser, you're going to follow up with the water-based cleanser. And this is going to remove all those water-based impurities like sweat and dirt from your skin. And then those surfactants in the cleanser is also going to remove all that leftover residue from the oil-based cleanser. After cleansing, the next step is to exfoliate. And typically you want to do this 2 to 3 times per week, and there are 2 main types of exfoliators. So you have your physical exfoliators, which kind of contain these small microbeads, which are going to manually scrub away that top layer of your skin and get rid of those dead skin cells. And typically you want to apply this to wet skin. And then you have your chemical exfoliators, like your BHAs, your AHAs, and your PHAs. And these basically do the same thing, but in a much less abrasive manner. And then the BHAs are actually capable of penetrating deeply into your pores and removing that excess oil, dirt, and dead skin cells. And so the chemical exfoliators, you want to apply this to either a cotton round and then swipe it over dry skin, or you can apply a couple drops to your hand and then pat it lightly into your skin. Another step that you can apply directly after your cleansing or after your physical exfoliators is going to be your wash-off mask. And typically these can be done 1 to 3 times per week, depending on the type of mask you want to use. And there are a variety of different masks to choose from depending on the type of skincare concern you want to target. But you have generally your clay mask, which can help with cleansing your pores. You have masks to help with acne, like your salicylic acid mask, and just some general masks to help boost the hydration in your skin. And then sheet masks can also be applied during this step, but you can also apply it after toning as well. So that brings us on to toning, which is going to be the next step in our routine. And toners basically help to rebalance your skin's pH levels, and it can also prep your skin for the next steps in your routine. And so toners can also contain different ingredients that are going to help you target different skincare concerns. And this can be hydration, and then one of my personal favorite products is the Isntree Green Tea Fresh Toner. And this one has a high concentration of green tea, which is going to help to control oil production. So typically what I like to do is apply a few drops to a cotton round and swipe it over my face. You can also apply a couple drops to your hands and then gently pat it into your skin. Alright guys, after toning, the next step in your skincare routine is going to be to apply your serums. And serums are really going to be the heavy hitters in your skincare routine to target different skincare concerns, because these products typically have a much higher concentration of different active ingredients. And I feel like a common question that a lot of people have is, can I apply more than one serum? And guys, the answer is definitely yes, you definitely can. This is just going to help you target multiple different skincare concerns. However, I would limit it to 2 or 3 at most. And then a general rule of thumb for applying these serums is from thinnest to thickest. And then what I like to do is apply 1 drop on each cheek, 1 on the forehead, on the nose, and on the chin. Alright, next up is your retinoids. Retinoids are typically applied directly underneath your moisturizer, and they have so many great benefits. It can help to prevent clogged pores, even out your skin tone, it can help prevent acne, and obviously it can prevent fine lines and wrinkles. And in terms of application, I would do it the same way as the serums. Just make sure you also apply it to your neck as well. You don't want to be that person who has a young looking face and a super old looking neck. Yeah, not a good look. So guys, make sure you apply it to your neck. And then some retinols also come in the form of a moisturizer. So obviously that would take place in your moisturizing step. The next step is going to be to apply your spot treatments. However, there are some caveats to this. So if you know that you have dry or sensitive skin, then applying a treatment like a benzoyl peroxide based product, either directly underneath your moisturizer or even on top of your moisturizer, can really help to minimize the chance of irritation. But if you know that your skin can tolerate it, then applying a treatment like this onto your freshly cleansed skin can really actually help to make the product work better. However, you just want to make sure that when you're applying products over the top of a spot treatment, that you actually avoid the spot that you put the treatment on. And it's going to be especially important for your active ingredients, like your retinols and your BHAs, since this can cause a lot of skin irritation if applied on top of that treatment. And so I'm not saying you can't use actives, just make sure that you apply your active ingredients around the area, just not over the top of it. And then other spot treatments like your acne patches, make sure you apply those onto your freshly cleansed skin as well, since it's not going to stick very well after applying all your other products. Next up is going to be your eye creams. And eye creams can be like a dedicated eye moisturizer, or it can be a cream that can help to reduce puffiness and dark circles under the eyes. And the most important thing when applying eye creams is to be very delicate, since the skin under your eyes is very, very thin and very, very soft. So what I like to do is I actually apply the product on using my ring finger to help reduce the amount of pressure that I'm putting on my eyes. After your eye cream, then you can finally apply your moisturizer. And this is a critical step for both the morning and nighttime routine. This is really going to help to hydrate your skin, and it's going to help to lock in the moisture by helping to prevent transepidermal water loss. And basically, transepidermal water loss is the water loss through our skin, and this is especially evident while we're sleeping. So make sure you're applying a generous amount of moisturizer to your face and to your neck. If it's the morning, then the next step after your moisturizer is going to be to apply your sunscreen. And this is by far the most important step of your entire routine. Don't even bother buying any of the products if you're not going to follow this step, because the sun can cause so much damage to your skin. It can lead to problems like hyperpigmentation, it can accelerate your aging process, and obviously it can cause skin cancer. So make sure you're applying your sunscreen. If you're going to be outside all day, make sure you're reapplying every couple hours. And then as a general tip, I would recommend that you guys find a sunscreen that also doubles as a moisturizer, just to help simplify your routine a little bit. I also have a whole video on the best sunscreens for oily skin, and all those sunscreens can double as a moisturizer. So make sure you check that video out. I'll put it in the cards and in the video description. If it's a nighttime, then after your moisturizer, you can either apply a face oil or an overnight mask, and both of these are really going to help to add extra hydration to your skin. Alright guys, there you have it. That was a lot of information we covered today, and by no means I expect you guys to use all these different skincare products in your routine. Just experiment with it, find what works best for you. Also, let me know in the comments below what other videos you guys want to see from me. I'll see you in the next one.